Welcome to Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Tonight, pair of first-place clubs squaring off, the Rangers and the Cubs. It's the first of a three-game set, and it is chilly. And welcome into the broadcast booth. John Sciambi and Jim Deshaies. Elise Menaker will join us coming up. One of the things for the Cubs so far this season, they have scored third in the majors in runs per game, and I like this Kyle Tucker guy. I think he's going to work out.
Yeah, he's a pretty good hitter. The weather is cold, but Kyle Tucker has been red hot. He's hotter than a Times Square Rolex. Apologies to Dan Rather. Last 6 games, a .391 batting average, 11 runs scored, 3 long ones. The National League Player of the Week, of course he was. Look at that on-base percentage. Slugging .913. It's been fun to watch, making great decisions in the batter's box, doing a lot of damage. Yesterday, he hit his 5th home run of the year, his first as a Cub here at Wrigley Field. He got a center cut fastball. You can't go there against Kyle Tucker. He's going to make you pay. It's really been a joy to watch this guy swing the bat.
Meanwhile, the Texas Rangers have gotten off to a fast start, and a team that you think might lean on its offense, at least thus far, they have really leaned on their pitching, and they've done a great job of run prevention, and they got a good one going tonight in Nathan Eovaldi, and we got a good pitching matchup.
Yeah, indeed we do. It's Eovaldi, a 2-time All-Star against Justin Steele, who was an All-Star in 2023. Eovaldi's been brilliant so far this year. Last time out, a complete game shutout. Maddox, he did that complete game shutout with less than 100 pitches. Justin Steele's been a little bit of a bumpy ride, but he really turned things around in his last start against the A's out in Sacramento. A rough start to that game, but then he pitched pretty solidly the rest of the way.
All right, so Steele and Eovaldi squaring off. It's the Cubs and the Rangers. It is game one on a cold night here at Wrigley. We'll have the keys to the game when we come back. Game one of a 3-game series. It is time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the keys to the game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
Yeah, Coldplay, who can handle the elements here tonight? That's going to be a big challenge for players on both sides. Walks could be a huge issue here tonight. And Cubs have been very good at working walks so far this year. If you need one big swing of the bat, why not Kyle Tucker? He's been outstanding. He's the reigning National League Player of the Week.
Kyle Tucker leading the majors in wins above replacement. Justin Steele on the mound. We'll have lineups and first pitch coming up. Rangers and Cubs on a chilly night, and time to send it downstairs and say hello to Elise Menaker.
Hey, Boog Shambi. All right, let's talk this weather. I don't whip out this bucket hat for just any occasion. It is cold, like you said. It's about 34 degrees right now. It's going to drop into the 20s during the game with the wind chill. Now, Dan Kiermaier, head groundskeeper, told me that there is a chance for some slight flurries. However, because the winds have died down, the moisture has evaporated, and those chances have decreased. So, hey, there's a little bit of good news with all of this cold. I mean, just call me Tom Skilling.
Wow, you just broke the weather down. Elise Menaker, outstanding, and we love the bucket hat. All right, how about this nugget? For the Winter Classic, it was 38 degrees. That's for hockey. 34 here, first pitch tonight. Look out. Wow. Yeah, even the fans have the gaiters
Get your
on.
balaclava on and your gloves. The kids don't care. They just want to eat fries and hot dogs and root for the home team.
Justin Steele leads the Cubs out onto the field as we get ready for game one of this three-game set. Cubs and the Texas Rangers. Lefty coming out to Johnny Cash. God's going to cut you down. And Steely, who a couple of seasons ago was an all-star in his fifth year with the Cubs. And one of the things you look at for him throughout his career, there's a steadiness. JD, I thought his last time out, he did a great job of managing that game. It was a very easy night for him to say, it's not my evening, I'm going to pack it in, and he gave him length.
Yeah, well, one of the things we know about Justin Steele is that he's a great competitor, and it's been a bit of a rocky start for him, and it was in that game against the A's over in Sacramento. A couple early home runs. You could tell he was frustrated a little bit, wasn't hitting his spots, and then he just got tough. A tough-minded guy who settled in and ended up doing quality work. Ended up pitching, 6 2/3 innings, allowed 4 runs. The home run ball has been an issue for him so far this year, but feels like an anomaly to me because he's never been that guy. Needs to get back inside on those right-handers and get the ball on the ground.
So Justin Steele on the mound. And let's check out the Rangers lineup, and it is brought to you by Ford. Semien, Seager, and Langford the top three, then Garcia, Pilar the start in center, Berger, Smith, Heim, and Kyle Higashioka. So Marcus Semien making his way to the plate, and on a chilly night, we get ready. It's game one.
Rangers start tonight's play 8-2, despite really struggling offensively. The pitching has been outstanding. You know, sooner or later, or you assume sooner or later, the guys at the top will hit.
First pitch swinging, and that one grounded foul. And we are underway. Semien off to a slow start, just 5 for 37. He and Seager each with 1 extra base hit. This one popped up. Fouling back at the plate. Amaya will give it a look, and that'll get out of play. JD, you were talking about the home run ball for Justin Steele being an issue. I think the starting point is the ball's in the air too much, because normally what he does so well is if the batter hits the ball hard, it's almost always on the ground.
Yeah, I think, you know, he's made a few mistakes, and he's paid for them. He hasn't gotten away with it. Look at the pulled in the air percentages. Clearly that's been an issue for 40%. Home runs per fly ball is almost 30%. That's going to regress, right? There's no doubt that's going to regress.
I love when you talk regression to the mean. 0-2, here comes. And it's pop foul, and that's pushed off out of play. Well, Marcus Semien, who was signed as a free agent, a 7-year deal. This is year 4 with Texas. They signed both Semien and Seager. And he got that deal off that monster season. He had 45 homers for the Jays in 21. A swing and a miss struck him out. And Steele off to the good start.
A little different look from Justin Steele, that swing and miss on the high fastball, but here's some guys with pretty good resumes who have really struggled so far for Bruce Bochy's gang. Semien, Seager, Peterson, and Berger collectively hitting about $130. So yeah, you know, sooner or later these guys are going to heat up.
Seager, notorious first pitch swinger, and he takes a rip right there. So Corey off to just a 179 start. Simeon and Seager have swung at every pitch that Justin has offered. And that's in there for a strike. One of the things we saw last year with Steele, he fills up the strike zone. In the beginning of his career, that wasn't the case. Walks were an issue. And last year, he spent most of the season atop the leaderboard. Most pitches in the zone. Next pitch, a check swing down to third, and that man that is all bundled up is Roberto Ortiz, and he says no swing.
Yep.
Okay.
Roberto got it right.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Appeared to take off a little bit from that slider. And back-to-back punch-outs.
Yeah, I think he threw a few pitches in that game against the A's where you would call him more of a curveball than a slider. But, you know, that's one of the things you wonder about on a cold night like tonight. Can the pitcher spin the baseball? And Justin Steele got off a pretty good breaker right there.
First one to Wyatt Langford, misses down and away. Ball one to the left fielder. Just 23 years old. This kid barely had pro experience before making their team out of spring training last year. At 200 plate appearances in 2023. That was the year he was drafted. And Langford, the 4th overall pick out of the University of Florida in 2023. The 2-0. And that one misses off the inside edge.
This kid is really strong. He's going to hit a bunch of home runs. He'll take his walks.
The 3-0. And that's a little bit high, and it is ball 4. So he walks Langford on 4 pitches. And the batter now is Adolis Garcia. And Garcia, another of their starters in their lineup that is off to a slow start. Rangers, though, 8-2, and they won 5 straight. As Steele pumps in a strike. And the next offering through there. 0-2. Langford at first, 2 away. Garcia waits. Here it comes. And Garcia able to spoil that one.
You know, pitch clock dictates tempo in the modern game, but Justin Steele, you know, you get it and go, and as an infielder, outfielder, you really appreciate that on a cold night. You want to keep moving, stay engaged, hopefully have some quick half innings so you can get into the dugout.
Garcia asks for time.
Infielders, those hands in the back pocket with the hand warmers.
Snap throw to first, and diving back in is Langford. One of the things you'll see in the outfield, players on both sides, you'll see on a base hit, you'll see outfielders go after the ball, and you may see just a little white object come flying off to the side, because a lot of times guys will keep the hand warmers there and then just toss them and then gather it back in. That one in to center field and a base hit. Didn't hit it all that hard, but it was well placed. Adolis Garcia single up the middle. And with 2 outs, 2 are aboard for Kevin Pillar.
Yeah, 2 quick strikeouts to start the inning, then a walk in. Yeah, this pitch off the inside part of the plate. Garcia just muscles it through the middle of the diamond.
So 2 aboard, and Pillar now, the 36-year-old, starting in center, and a guy that throughout his career has hit lefties well. Here's your 1. On the ground to first, sliding down to a knee is Bush, and he'll step on the base, and Steele gets out of it. The Rangers leave a couple, end of a half inning The Rangers nothing, and the Cubs coming up to hit. Bottom of the first, here come the Cubs. Let's take a look at their lineup, brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Happ, Tucker, Suzuki, then Bush, Swanson, and Amaya. PCA, Birdie, and Workman. Those guys getting to start. Birdie at second, Workman at third. That group will go up against Nathan Eovaldi.
The veteran right-hander off to a very good start. Complete game shutout last time against Cincinnati. And he's from Alvin, Texas, the same town, same high school that produced Nolan Ryan. Twice an All-Star, 2 times a World Series champion, and been very good with the Rangers. .360 ERA, 56 starts, rewarded with a 3-year contract extension. That will pay him $75 million. There you go.
That's a nugget.
You take the highway from Houston to Alvin, you're on the Ryan Expressway.
2 balls and a strike on Ian Happ. Eovaldi at 35 years old, originally an 11th round pick by the Dodgers in 2008. Right-hander ready, the 2-1. And that is in for a strike.
Yeah, that's a split finger pitch, and that's a real good offering for him. He'll get a lot of chase with it. He'll get ground balls with it. He's got a fastball that averages around 93, 94. Will top out at 96. There's a good look at the split grip.
Here's the 2-2. And that one missing.
15 innings pitched so far this year, and he has not yet walked a man.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Happ at the plate, and here it comes. And Ian spoils that one. One thing with Eovaldi, a guy who has had Tommy John surgery twice. He had it in high school and then a few years ago. But I mean, you go back as recently as 2020, 2021, his fastball averaged 97. I mean, he still brings it, but it's averaging 94 now. The 3-2. In the air, center field, shallow. Going out is Seager, and he gives way. Langford cutting across makes the catch. All right, well, JD talked about this in terms of our keys to the game. Something's got to give, and Nathan Eovaldi has not allowed a walk. Most batters face this year in the bigs without allowing a walk, and the Cubs, meanwhile, have the highest walk rate in the majors. And you got guys like Happ, Tucker, Suzuki, Bush, all more than willing to take the walk. So we'll see how it plays out. Band sounds great. This one pulled in the air, but foul down the right side.
Little cutter just moving in off the barrel. Still able to hit it hard, but foul. 108 miles per hour off the bat for Kyle Tucker. He has just been outstanding.
Here's the 0-1. Line drive, slicing out into left center field. That'll fall for a hit. And Tucker is aboard.
Yeah, maybe down off the end of the bat, but a little something there for Kyle Tucker. He stays hot, and the Cubs have a base runner. Stay long through the zone, and you got a fighting chance.
So Tucker has now been on base the last 12 in a row, including tonight. And the first one to Seiya is in for a strike. That's the curveball from Nathan Eovaldi.
The old deuce, the yellow hammer, the yacker.
The hook. Uncle Charlie. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
The curveball has so much more personality than the slider.
It's true.
No real clever nicknames for the slider.
Totally agree. Slide piece.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Tucker edging away at first. Berger holds him on. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. 0-2. On the ground to short. Seager up with it to Simeon for one. On to first, and that's a double play. 6-4-3, and that ends the inning. End of one. There's no score. The Texas Rangers are the first team in Major League history to win 8 of their first 10 games while being outscored. Their run differential is -1. Now digest that for a second. That's pretty amazing. Nobody had ever done it before. They'd never won 8 of 10 and at a negative run differential.
Well, you know, look at Bruce Bochy. You know, he just knows how to win.
I know, but that's
Bochy
why we
factor.
talk about run differential.
Yeah, that'll moderate, obviously, right? You cannot win at that pace while being outscored.
So one thing will change. They'll either start outscoring in terms of run differential, or their record will get worse.
That's
Usually
right.
one or the other.
A little backdoor curveball that time, and Justin, as we mentioned, used his curveball a little bit more in that start against the A's. Maybe searching a little bit. A couple starts where he got hit around a little bit, maybe tinkering.
Berger asks for time and steps out.
Berger just 4 out of 35 so far this year. 2 of those 4 hits have left the ballpark.
Check swing. Did he go? No swing. That's Chad Fairchild down there, we think.
It's Balaclava man.
Oh, Chad.
Oh, man, I think he did.
2-2 now.
Black bat deception.
That one hooking, foul. And it ricochets back out onto the field of play. Let's send it downstairs and say hello to Elise Menaker.
Hey, Boo. Well, JD was talking about Steele going to that backdoor curve in this at bat. He was talking about going to the backdoor slider in his last outing. He was searching in that outing. We know that. And so then he was looking to, well, in between innings, I need to make adjustments. So that's when he was going to the curve as he gets the strikeout there on the high heat. Using the change as well. So just trying to make adjustments on the fly. He was happy that he could be efficient, even though it really wasn't that night where he was on, focused on getting strike one. So, you know, what makes Steele so good? He can figure out what he's doing in game or not doing and try to, you know, make it his strength.
First offering in for a strike to Josh Smith. Did you feel like in your career it was easier to make adjustments as your career went on?
That's a great question.
I know it is. The 0-1 is down and away.
I would say it was easier to make adjustments when I was pitching well, when I was in the prime of my career.
Okay.
And you had a lot of options.
Right.
Late in my career, when I stunk, nothing was going to work.
The 1-1. And that's down and away.
And I think one thing.
All I heard was great question.
One thing you have to guard against, though, is tinkering too much, right? If you have a successful formula and you're going through a little bit of a rough patch, sometimes you can overthink it and think, well, I got to start doing this, that, and the other thing.
This one bunted down the line and picked up at third by Gage Workman.
Yeah, I think we probably will see a few attempts at the bunt base hit here tonight. Force the infielders to handle that ball on a cold night. Smith can run a little bit. He's a plus runner.
Josh Smith getting the opportunity to play every day at third. Josh Young is on the IL with a neck issue. The pitch, and that's fouled back. Young's a guy with big power, does a solid job defensively. He's just had a hard time staying healthy. Only played 46 games last year due to a right wrist fracture, and now he's on the shelf again. So Smith getting the chance. 2-2.
Ooh, try. Could have been. Bottom of the zone. Not egregious.
No.
Young, I think, is expected back tomorrow. Let's see.
Next pitch is down and away, and it's ball 4. Yeah, when healthy, good player.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be in a hurry to come back coming off injury in these conditions.
No doubt. Batter now is Jonah Heim, switch hitter batting right. Heim paired up with Kyle Higashioka. There goes the runner. Pitches a strike, throw to second on the money. And Birdie puts the tag on Smith. That's the first time the Rangers have been caught stealing this year. They were 14 of 14 until that.
And Smith was 3 for 3, but a perfect throw from Miguel Amaya. And Birdie just has to hang in there, wait, and slap the tag.
Well done, Miguel Amaya.
And Birdie does a nice job of straddling the base. Remember, you can't block the base anymore. You have to provide a lane to the base. He did that, and then once you get the ball, then you can collapse on the runner.
So Smith caught, and the Rangers caught stealing for the first time this year. And a nice tag by John Birdie. So Jonah Heim takes a pitch in the dirt. Check swing, didn't go. Jonah Heim, by the way, had the walk-off hit in their win yesterday, but all everyone was talking about was, you know, he's a catcher. He had a stolen base. 9th of his career. He's 9 for 11 in his career now, JD.
It's pretty good, Boo.
1-2 in the dirt.
2 years ago, you may remember the Texas Rangers won the World Series.
Yeah, I was there.
And last year, they dropped off significantly. 78 and 84 last year. They had a number of guys that had big years in 23 that scuffled last year. And Heim was among those that had an off year last season.
2-2. Yeah, that team got hot. Bruce Bochy, year 3 in Texas, and they won it all. They were the first team to make the playoffs with more blown saves than saves. 2-2. Hit foul. And then they went to the playoffs, and with the trio of Jose Leclerc, Josh Sborz, and Aroldis Chapman, that was their trust tree.
Yeah.
And those guys pitched their fannies off and locked things down. Tap to short. Swanson collects. Toss to Bush. Time is out. Inning over. On to the bottom of the second. There's Bill Miller, crew chief and the plate umpire, and time for our T-Mobile coverage cam. And this spring training, you get a chance casually to chat it up with Craig Counsell, and he said Bill Miller is a guy that loves to tell a joke at home plate, and he exchanged a lot of cards, and here he is right here. Get the cackle out of the umpires. Tony Beasley, Craig Counsell. He's always got a couple in his pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, you're kind of obligated to laugh at it, right? Especially when he's working the plate. I promise it wasn't as good as the one Demp told us for our pregame hit.
Oh, and the one. Now, the truth, though, is Craig Counsell said he went out as manager. I think it was in Arizona one time, and someone else told a joke because Bill is known for his joke telling, and it just knocked everybody over. It was not PG rated, unfortunately. And he said Bill Miller's got some good ones. Here comes a 2-1. And that one flared the other way, slicing, fair ball. And that one rolling. And that one is picked up by a fan, and that'll be an automatic double.
It seemed improbable that that ball would jump up into the stands.
Yes,
the way
it
it
did.
was rolling, like it hit a turtle or something. Hey, this double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. We're going to watch it right here. Oh, right on top of the
ledge,
railing, and then rolled along.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense.
Oh,
Man, you missed your opportunity.
oh.
Black hoodie man.
Couldn't even see the guy with the camouflage. That one bunted. Eovaldi and Swanson puts down the sac bunt. And now the Cubs with an opportunity to score the game's first run without a hit. They did not give him a sacrifice.
I like that play. Well, he was trying to bunt for a base hit, but I'm sure what he's thinking is I got a chance to get a knock here, and if I don't, I'm at least going to advance him to third base. So I'd be inclined to go ahead and give him the sacrifice. I don't like just giving yourself up in that situation.
Infield in. And Amaya takes down and away. No score here, bottom of the second.
One run could be really big here tonight. You never know, right? We have some of these nights where it's really cold and you think it's going to be a pitcher's night, and we end up having an 8-7 game.
Here's a 1-0. In the air, center field. Backing up, Pilar. He's got it. Bush will tag. He will score. And the Cubs have the first run of the game, 1-0 on a Miguel Amaya sacrifice fly. How about the Cubs catchers, by the way, JD, so far? Been super productive.
Yeah, they have. Amaya and Kelly done a heck of a job. Typically hitting out of the 9-hole. A little different look in the lineup tonight, so Amaya's hitting 6th. But here's what they've gotten from the catcher position so far this year. An OPS up over 1,000, third best in MLB. And you see where they were down near the bottom of the league in that department last year.
So well done, Miguel Amaya. He and Carson Kelly have been excellent. Pete Crow Armstrong, first pitch swinging and fouls it off.
Cash in those leadoff doubles. Get him over, get him in.
Here's the 0-1. And that one in tight. DCA at 174. Still looking for his first homer. Smith even with the base at third. On the ground, and that's to the right side. Eovaldi gets over and gets there in time. And they get Pete Crow Armstrong. Sac fly produces the first run of the game, and the Cubs have the lead.
And the Cubs are up an early 1-0. All right, we know it is cold out, so it's time to play How Cold Is It? What are these guys doing in between innings? Well, it's not just about staying warm and being under the heaters, but it's also about when they're out on the field. How do they keep themselves warm in their hands? That can be a big deal as well. Well, in between innings, I saw Pete Crow Armstrong playing around with the hand warmer. Boog, you had mentioned that we can see guys, maybe they're about to make a play and they toss the hand warmer because it's in their hand. PCA is playing around putting it in his glove. You can imagine the leather probably gets pretty cold.
Kyle Higashioka laces a single to left field, and a leadoff man is aboard. Yet you got to do whatever you can. And again, you see a lot of players, their hands in their back pocket. Yeah, I think you can see the hand warmer just sneaking out there. First one to Semien, misses downstairs. Cubs lead it 1-0. Yeah, there it is, sneaking out the bottom there. Semien lifts this one in the air. Swanson out. And now in a bit. So we have hand warmers. They're a little more modern.
Mine are called gloves.
You have these. Where's your hand warmers? You have a hand warmer.
Need no stinking hand warmer in my glove.
Yeah. See,
My non-writing hand.
it's the Budweiser broadcast booth. This Bud's for you. It's for you. These are great, by the way. You can get your hands on some. Literally. Whew. Big swing from Seager.
Seager, a strikeout victim first time. So far, hasn't been able to get the measure of the breaking pitch from Justin.
The kick, the 0-2. And that one down and away. Yeah, a little bit. So you're saying there's a chance. Swing and a miss, and steal Fan Seager for the second time.
Back up top of that high fastball. 4 strikeouts now for Justin.
And now it's Wyatt Langford. And there's a strike. Langford walked his first time. He's got a Mike Trout-ish type build, right?
He does. Broad shoulders, strong legs. Two-handed finish with the swing. It's kind of Troutish.
Made some adjustments in September, got a little bit more upright. And from September 1st through the start of this season, he's hit 11 homers, got an OPS in the 950 range. But they love him. 0-2 in the air, left field. Happ drifting back. And he's got it. Presented by Tasty Trade. If the ball stays on the mound, Cubs season ticket holder Mariel Coleman wins $1,000 in the Tasty Trade jackpot. Unfortunately, it did not. Tasty Trade, stocks, options, futures, crypto. Mariel, I'm sorry. Yeah. Come on, Bill Miller.
Bill Miller decided to lay up. I mean, come on.
Yeah. That was his second joke he's told tonight, right?
Pull out the driver and go for it, man.
Hey-o.
Got money on the line.
Here's John Birdie now.
Just do an Ed McMahon.
I did a little bit. Not proud of myself. John Birdie 4 for 12 so far this year. Getting the start at second base. Check swing. Did he go? Chad Fairchild says yes.
This is John's fourth start. He started both of the games in Tokyo against the Dodgers. You may recall Nico Horner was not ready to go then. So he had a nice game in game 2 over there. He had 3 knocks. Started 1 game in the series at Arizona. This is his first plate appearance on the homestand.
The 0-2 inside. Kid who grew up in Michigan. I asked him if they got a chance to go to Old Tiger Stadium before it got knocked down. He said he did. He said as a little kid he did. 35 now. The 1-2. And a guy that gives Craig Counsell some positional versatility. Third base, second base. Can play some short, can play some outfield. And then, of course, last year he made his debut at first base in the playoffs for the Yankees. The 1-2 outside.
Yeah, I think that speaks to his baseball IQ, the confidence that they had to run him out there in the postseason to play a position he never played before.
Still runs well. And a 2-2. Well, it is hockey weather for the one-time hockey goalie. Cubs lead it 1-0 on a Miguel Amaya sac fly. The 2-2. And Birdie spoils another. It'll be Birdie, then Workman, and then Happ here in the home half of the third. And upcoming will be pitch number 8. John Shelby, Jim Deshaies, Elise Menaker.
A little quick pitch there, huh? Changes his tempo a little bit. That's what happens when a guy stays in the at bat so long. You got to come up with a plan B, try something different.
Eovaldi is ready, and here comes, and he hit him, and Birdie will take his base.
Well, he still hasn't walked anybody this year, but a hit batsman here on this split finger pitch that gets away from him. Looked like he kind of dropped his arm angle a little bit, perhaps not intentionally. Just got away from him. And speed on the bases for the Cubs.
And now it's Gage Workman. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Workman 0 for 3 with the Cubs this year. A couple of strikeouts. See his numbers at Double-A Erie in the Tigers system last year. Really good defender. There goes Birdie. Pitch is cut on and missed. Throw to second too late. And Birdie has it stolen. Well, the Cubs have been excellent this year. Now 17 of 18 on the base paths.
See on the break by Birdie and not even close at second base. Higashioka really didn't get into this throw at all.
Yeah, a little milestone. Congratulations to John Birdie. Bag number 100. 0-2 on Workman. And a swing and a miss. Big curveball, and Gage Workman is down on strikes.
Get on deck. Eagle River, Wisconsin.
And now it's Ian Happ. Happ 0 for 1. Flew to left his first time. Runner takes off for third. Throw there. Too late. And it's a stolen base. Birdie got another good jump. Number 101.
Yeah, watch this jump. He's moving, moving, moving. And Valdi never looks back. Makes it easy for the speedy Jon Berti.
Infield comes in. Happ awaiting a 1-0. Here it is. Outside. See the defensive alignment. And a 2-0. Check swing and a ball inside. Peel to third, didn't go. That's Roberto Ortiz.
Go ahead, Ian, if you like it.
And that's through there for a strike. The Cubs leading it 1-0. Happ trying to deliver an add-on run. We're in the bottom of the third. Berti is the runner at third. And that one is in. He went with a curveball, and Ian expecting something else.
Threw the 3-0 fastball, didn't want to double up with the heater, so he goes with the curveball, able to land it.
Payoff pitch on the ground, coming home with it, and the tag save, and Berti gets in. Berger got rid of it quickly, but Berti's speed too much. It's 2-0.
Yeah, how about that trip around the bases for Jon Berti? Hit by the pitch, then he swipes a couple of bags, and his speed pays off as he streaks home on this sharply hit ground ball to first base. Look at a good look here. No hesitation from Berti. Look, a little bit of a half step for Berger to get gathered up to make that throw. Close, but a good look right there. Hand on the plate before the tag is applied. Cubs taking advantage of some sacrifices, stolen bases.
Hit hard, fair ball. Berger up with it. Steps on the bag, throw to second, safe. And Happ is in there. And I mean that one hugging the line. And with Berger close to the base, he's able to make the play. If he's not there, that's getting down the line, and that's probably a double.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, sharply hit by Tucker. Heck of a play by Berger. No force. The tag has to be made at second base. Either way, I think Ian was going to beat it. He throws high anyway.
Seiya Suzuki fouls it away.
I'm trying to figure out, who might perform on a cold night like tonight. And I thought, well, what about the DHs? They're not out in the field. In between at bats, they can be inside in the cage, taking some swings, staying hot.
Sure. Nights like tonight make me think of that story from Seiya's first year with David Ross after they had worked so hard recruiting him. And one of the big things in the recruiting pitch, Jed Hoyer and company with these laminated things showing how the weather in Wrigley is basically the same as it is in Hiroshima, and that it's not that cold. And Seiya, probably in an early May game, and first pitch was in the 30s. He walked in with Toy Matsushita, and David Ross said, "What do you guys want?" And Seiya taps Toy, and he says, he just wants you to know that now he understands that all those slides that you showed him about the weather were BS. And then he turned and walked out. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, nice play by Smith. He's got no play. It'll be an infield single.
Look at that stay warm DH hitting the ball hard, getting
That's
himself
right.
a knock. I'm sticking to my theory. And a good decision here by Smith to hang on to. He had a thought about making the throw, didn't get the handle. And Suzuki going down the line, they were not going to get him.
Downstairs in Elise.
Well, JD, I think you may be onto something because it seems like Suzuki is heating up, and I don't mean his bat. I mean his at-bats, what he's wearing around his neck. He's not on that like neck warmer, the neck gaiter. That's the first at-bat. And then this time up, nothing. So maybe he's warm. He doesn't need it.
Good for him. Jose Javier with the instructions there. They're at the corners and 2 out. And an opportunity for Michael Busch, who has doubled and scored. Cubs up 2-0.
I think Seiya runs here at some point in this at bat, like right about now.
One of the things that's been fun with this team is obviously, you know, there's power, there's defense, but the base running component has been cool to watch, and not just in the stolen bases, right? Forcing or beating force plays at second, stuff like that.
Yeah, in his post-game presser the other day, Craig Counsell estimated that the Cubs have scored at least 6 runs just by extending innings by beating force plays at second base. I think he thought Seiya was going to go there. He looked a little frustrated.
The 1-1 is a check swing tapped foul.
And based on that last throw by Higashioka, I'd be inclined to try him again. Tell you what, this battery is a spelling bee.
Eovaldi and Higashioka.
Yeah.
And that one hits Michael Busch. And now they're all loaded up.
How's that feel on a 34-degree night?
I think it's an ouchie. Dansby Swanson. They have now, by the way, credited Swanson with a sacrifice his first time up.
Good, because that's what I marked on my card, and I didn't want to have to change it.
First one to Dansby is in the dirt.
Eovaldi's been on the big league scene for 13 seasons now. He debuted with the Dodgers. He's been a Marlin, a Yankee, a Ray, a Red Sox, and now a Ranger. Kind of one of those guys. He's actually been better towards the second half of his career than he was in what you would consider his quote-unquote prime.
The 1-0 on the ground. Seager there to second, and they get the out. And the Cubs leave them loaded, but they pick up a run thanks to John Birdie. Stolen base, puts himself in scoring position. Stolen base, gets himself to third, and then comes home on the fielder's choice. Back here at Wrigley on a chilly night. The first offering to Adolis Garcia missing for ball one. And Justin Steele to face Garcia, then Pilar, then Berger. On the ground, Swanson backhand steadies and throws him out.
Hey folks, the Diamondbacks come to town for a 3-game series starting Friday, April 18th. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. That's Ketel Marte and Pete Crow Armstrong. They're going to be here for it.
Be here for it. Says so right there on the base. Fly ball out towards left center. Pete Crow Armstrong. And quickly there's 2 away. JD, you know what the temperature they say, or my phone says it feels like right now?
24.
19.
Wow.
Feels like 19. It's 34 degrees.
Look at all the fun. People are having fun.
I'm not saying it doesn't feel like fun. It just feels like 19.
I'm just commending the folks for being being hardy and coming to the ballpark.
Those are big. Yes, and the camera operators. Is that Bobby? Hi, Bobby. How are you? Good to see you, brother. Stay warm, man. Have you ever owned like a really good pair of earmuffs?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Because a woman out there that we showed, she had like a big pair. Yeah, like those. That's what I need, a big pair of white fluffy earmuffs. 6 pitches and they go 1, 2, 3. Earmuffs. Earmuffs. It's 2-0.
What? Huh? What'd you say? Can't hear you.
Intelligence Center powered by CDW and AMD. And how about best run differential in the big leagues? Yankees #1, the Cubs #2, and the Dodgers #3. So there you go. Dodgers and the Giants.
Giants off to a good start. They're 8-1.
Well, how about the Padres? Were they the other day? I think the Padres are now 8-2 and they're in 3rd place. Amaya swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
A lot of times you see that split finger pitch and you think it's going to be a weapon against hitters from the other side of the plate. You know, left-handed hitters against a righty like Eovaldi, but he has shown the ability to execute that split against the righties.
Here comes the 0-2, and it's fouled off at the plate. Eovaldi ready to work. And the pitch outside. Rangers without Jack Leiter. He's on the IL with a blister problem. On the ground up the middle, backhanded Simeon unloads. Nice pick at first by Berger.
Yeah, nice play all the way around. Just on a cold night like tonight, it doesn't flow quite as smoothly for the fielders, but a good play here by Simeon and a nice pick on the other end. Going low to high. Watch Berger stretch out. Keep that glove low and then come up to handle the hop.
Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. And that one misses outside.
Asking Craig Counsell before the game about, it's going to be hard to hit home runs, cold, wind blowing in. Do you run more? Do you bunt? How much does that affect your approach to the game? And the one thing he said about the running game, he said a lot of times guys don't want to run when it's really cold. They don't feel explosive. They don't feel dynamic in their movements. John Birdie does.
The 2-0. Strike on the outside corner.
Rangers team ERA, 5th best in Major League Baseball, tops in the American League.
There's Mike Maddox.
Man, Mad Dog's been at it a long time.
And ball 4, and Pete Crow Armstrong is on base. We'll keep our eye on him. First walk of the year issued by Nathan Eovaldi.
Cub fans, go to MarqueeSportsNetwork.com for the latest Cubs news and in-depth feature stories presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit JeffVuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
That's right.
Yeah, the one guy you tell yourself, whatever you do, don't walk Crow Armstrong. And you walked him.
John Birdie with a couple of stolen bases after being hit by a pitch, and he has scored a run. Cubs lead 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Throw to first, and PCA is back in. Eovaldi ready. And the pitch is upstairs. So that one missing. And a count 1-1 to John.
Well, that's the impact of PCA down there at first base. Eovaldi trying to change the tempo, holding the ball a little bit longer there than a quick slide step delivery, but he didn't execute the pitch. Now it's go time.
There he goes. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second. Too late. And he's got it stolen.
And another bad throw. I mean, it's green light for the Cubs here tonight now. We've seen a couple of these throws. He didn't even have a really good jump. With his speed, he doesn't necessarily need to have a great jump. Let's throw well off the mark.
Two and two. And a swing and a miss. And Birdie chases as that one darted down and away.
He's got a little anxious here. It's a split finger pitch. Watch the cutting action on it. Almost like a cut fastball the way it worked away from Birdie. Good time for a first big league knock right here.
Indeed. And a swing and a miss from Gage Workman.
That's a way to turn it loose. Tough assignment, man. A bunch of at-bats in spring training.
Yeah.
Perform really well. Then you get into the regular season, you're a bench guy, and the at-bats just dry up. And one start in Arizona, and then he gets the nod tonight on a 30-degree night with a really good pitcher on the mound.
Yeah, thus far, he probably feels like he walks up to the plate and it's 0-2. Eovaldi, and a swing and a miss. And he gets him on the splitter. No runs, no hits, a walk. One man left, end of 4, 2-0. Makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. On a frigid night here at the friendly confines, and Justin Steele delivers ball 1 to Josh Smith. Smith, Heim, Higashioka, bottom third of the order. And this one popped up right side, Michael Busch. And in foul territory, he makes the catch. Folks, Friday, April 18th is Jackie Robinson Day. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a Jackie Robinson Cubs hat. Be here for it. Jonah Heim now. And a foul ball. Yeah, that one off the print press box. It would have gone in the print press box if they had their windows open.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some toasty in there, aren't they?
Yes, they are. See them all. Joanna Schimmel and Steiny. Who else is up there in the front row? Is Maddie Lee up there in the front row? Maddie Lee wearing earmuffs or are those headphones?
Headphones.
Oh, okay. You think she's listening to us?
I'm going to guess no.
You get the windows open. Look at this. You can't. There's nothing out there. That's right.
There's Paula.
Paula's back there. If Paula had a mic, this is the cue. The way it works is we would say, "There's Paula," and Paula would say, "Me." That's right. Swing and a miss, and Steele gets Heim. There's 2 away. That is 8 in a row set down by Justin Steele.
He's got a lot of swings at the high fastball, hasn't he? I mean, that's way up there.
Kyle Higashioka now. And that one down and in. Line drive and a base hit out into left center field. And Higashioka is 2 for 2. You think they call him Higgy?
I hope so. Another pitch up at 89.
And now Marcus Semien. Semien 0 for 2. This guy last year an all-star for the 3rd time. Turned himself into a good defender. And he plays. Popped up, Birdie and Swanson. Swanson and Birdie. Swanson. And Semien is out. And 5 shutout innings from Justin Steele. Middle of the 5th, 2-0 Cubs. We go bottom 5, and the Cubs leading the Rangers 2-0. Each side with 3 hits. That's a cool looking tree. You're seeing Happ now. And Happer so far in this one 0 for 2, does have an RBI.
Mentioned Eovaldi getting better with age. 2011 through 2019, 46 up, 54 down, with a 4.30 ERA. From 2020 through 2025, his age 30 to 35 seasons, 46 and 27 with a 3.70 ERA and 2 trips to the All-Star game.
Swing and a miss. Happ is gone, and there's one away. And that's 3 straight strikeouts, 4 overall for Eovaldi. As Kyle Tucker makes his way to the plate, we take a look at who's been getting it done, presented by the Home Depot. And yeah, he's been getting it done. A 12-game on base streak. The batting average over that stretch, 356. The OBP, 491. And over those 12 games on base, 28 times. JD's got 16 hits, 10 of them are for extra bases. He's walked a dozen times and only struck out 6 times. That is clobbered right center field. That one back. Garcia near the wall, and he reaches out and makes the catch. And Tucker absolutely annihilated that. There's a welcome to Wrigley Field moment,
I'm not sure
right?
exactly what the wind's doing. I thought it was blowing kind of left to right. I didn't know how much it would impact balls to right field, but he smoked this ball. And, you see the eyes go up. It felt good. He's feeling good about things, but clearly the wind impacted that one.
Yeah, 104.6 and a launch angle under 30 degrees, so pretty well in that sweet spot. So the wind definitely hurting, not egregious, if I may.
You know, it's those cold air molecules too, Boog. The air molecules, when it's cold, are further apart and the ball doesn't carry as well.
Jim.
Am I lying?
Jim.
You're telling the truth.
That's what I
That's the
tell
game
the
show.
people.
Would I lie to you?
Yes.
It's a good British talk show, panel show.
Jim, tell the people.
Could be making that up. It's possible.
The 1-2. If you're sitting at home and you're asking yourself, or you're wondering a little bit what JD's like in person, I'll just tell you this right now. You'd enjoy his company. He's good company. And yeah, he's going to drop some of that on you right there. That missed, Nate. Three and two outs. And
Good.
Suzuki will take his base. Well done.
Aldi's been able to get some chase with that splitter down tonight, but Suzuki was wise to it. So the first 2 walks of the season issued by Eovaldi here in PCA last inning, and now Suzuki with 2 outs. There's Mike Maddox with the patented move, the hand on the shoulder of his pitcher.
Yep. Meeting has concluded downstairs, and Elise.
Part of what has made this offense so good to start the season, the walks, just quality at bats, picking good pitches and good takes at that. Seiya Suzuki, though, you know, I asked Craig Counsell about him before the game because the last couple of seasons at the beginning he was injured. He wasn't a part of the lineup consistently. So Craig Counsell just pointing out that, you know, there's a lot of preparation that goes into the season that you don't see in the training room, the weight room. Every year you're trying to improve so you can be available.
Suzuki gets a great jump right there, picks up the stolen base, and Seiya with the bag. So the Cubs now with 4 stolen bases here tonight.
Yeah, it's go time here tonight, and none of these plays have been close, really.
For Seiya, his first steal. Bush hits it in the air down the left side, and that'll slice off out of play. Bush back in, awaiting a 1-1. And that's in there. Back down to Elise.
In general, not just Seiya, but this team to start has been able to stay healthy. And so as Craig Counsell said, that's created a good foundation. Wanted to say quickly, Vidal Brujan, he's nearing a rehab assignment that he'll begin this week. Ryan Brazier, Craig Counsell says he's not making much progress right now. And Tyson Miller, he's on the mound, so small progress there.
So Miller and Brazier, guys that could help that bullpen once they get ready. And Brujan, again, a one-time big prospect, but a guy who gives them some versatility. The other thing that he gives them that makes it interesting is they really don't have a backup center fielder right now. Hit hard, just foul.
Look out down there. Tough hop. Tougher than a $2 steak. Didn't even flinch. Took the hit. We're going to be okay. Yeah, Brujan played some center field in spring training. They really liked the work he did out there.
And last year. The 1-2. A little bit low. Check swing. Didn't go. Do you think he went, JD?
I didn't initially. Let's take a look.
No.
No, I don't think he did. Might be biased, but I think he was able to check it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're biased, but we're credible. The 2-2. Ripped. Fair ball down the right field line. That's going to get into the corner. Suzuki's going to score. Michael Busch headed for third. And it's a triple for Bushy. Run batted in. It's 3-0. Cold night not bothering the kid from Minnesota.
No, sir. Double, triple now for Michael Busch here tonight. The cutter, it's up. It's out over the plate just a little bit, and he smokes it into the right field corner. And it's a very deep corner. The deepest corners in Major League Baseball here at Wrigley Field. And head down and pushing all the way. Every base so important on a night like tonight.
Brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank.
Michael Busch doubled first time up, came around to score. Now an RBI triple as he gets on this high cutter from Eovaldi. All the way into the right field corner, chases him from the game, and boys in the dugout are fired up.
Gauntlet of love, Seiya Suzuki. What's up? And now Dansby Swanson. Harrison Garabito
Yeah, probably a Scotia outside.
Here comes the 0-1.
Fastball curve slider change for Garabito. He's appeared just twice so far. Had a little time with the Rangers last year. Pitched 18 times, posted a .478 ERA.
Gerson Garabito from the Dominican Republic. Went to high school with a guy named Gerson Giles.
Oh, yeah? Any relation?
I don't think so. 3-0 Cubs, bottom of the 5th, time call.
Rangers bullpen has been solid, posting a .326 ERA. Ranks 9th in MLB. Luke Jackson is their closer right now.
Swing and a miss. Swanson is gone, but the Cubs add on. We'll head to the 6th, and it is 3-0. Stream it anywhere, anytime on the Marquee Sports Network app.
Justin Steele putting together a very nice start here tonight. He's been very efficient. A lot of first pitch strikes. He's been on the attack. He's getting some chases on that high fastball. There goes Seager on the slider. Langford swinging a miss. Gets Seager for the 2nd time with a high fastball. You're seeing a trend here. All these high heaters. There's another one. And he's been efficient. 67 pitches through 5.
5 scoreless. He's given up just 3 hits. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball right there.
Seager so far has been bewildered. Pulling off that slider, chasing the high fastball.
In there, got him looking, and Seager is gone. A half dozen strikeouts for Justin Steele, and a hat trick for Seager.
And the first 2 times swinging. This time the slider catches the outside corner. Maya sitting out there does a nice job giving Bill Miller a good look at it.
Yeah, the first one to Wyatt Langford is in for a strike.
Here's a changeup. 21 batters face. He has thrown first pitch strikes to 15 of them.
That's ripped but foul down the left side.
Major league average in that department is typically right around 60%, so he's well above that.
Check swing roller. Bush collects. He'll take it himself. Yeah, Justin Steele has been razor sharp here tonight. Swing and a miss.
Boog, I think he's in the zone. Here's your by-inning breakdown.
You're not talking about the strike zone.
No, the zone.
Okay. You ever feel like you're in the zone broadcasting?
Every now and then.
High fly ball out to left field. Happ waiting on it and makes the grab. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. 6 shutout for the Cubs lefty. It's 3-0. Fans in Illinois can purchase Cubs Charities 50-50 raffle tickets starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game. Cubs.com/raffle, or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. Yeah, one of those folks in yellow.
Yeah, they're like mailmen, mail people. Doesn't matter the elements. They're out there doing their job. Rain, snow, sleet, cold, windy.
We thought about closing the windows tonight. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit. And Amaya.
On Saturday, April 19th, the Cubs take on the D-backs. First pitch 120. First 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Pete Crow Armstrong bobblehead presented by American Airlines. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets.
The speedy PCA bobblehead. The helmet comes off. It's awesome.
And remember this moment? The inside the park home run.
Oh, man.
Against the Fish. Watch him go. See, you can do that at home with your bobblehead. You can make the helmet come off.
I love that play. It was just so much fun. There's nothing quite like watching him run.
Speed is fun to watch.
Yeah. He's got a walk and a steal here tonight. 0 for 1. On the ground, right side. It'll get through. Base hit. Amaya not stopping. Garcia's throw to third offline. PCA into second.
The Cubs got something cooking here as they try to extend their lead. Pitches down below the knees, but he finds a hole on the right side of the infield. Ball probably should have gotten to second base. Garcia takes a shot. He's got a big arm out there, and guys that have strong arms like to make plays, but the throw to third allows PCA to get into scoring position. Amaya serving as his own base coach, peeking over the shoulder.
And now a chance for Jon Berti to deliver. And that one missing a little bit low. Just a smidge.
A skosh.
Berti has been hit by a pitch, stolen 2 bases, and scored. And he's also struck out. His dad played some minor league ball in the Tigers organization.
Tom played for Jim Leyland down in Lakeland for the Lakeland Tigers in the late 70s.
Yeah, I believe was on the same team with Kirk Gibson and Mark Fidrich. The 1-1 on the ground to short. Seager gobbles it up, stares at Amaya, and Berti is out.
With nobody out there, they're not going to put the contact play on. A read situation for Amaya. No chance to score on that ground ball.
Well, this would be a great spot for Tater to deliver. Right-hander delivers, and that is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. He actually does have people call him Tater. That's his middle name. Said his wife calls him Tater a lot. It's after his grandfather, and he told me that his grandfather actually got the nickname because there was a friend in the group of kids that he grew up with. His grandfather, his name was Wade, and they couldn't pronounce Wade. And so what came out sounded like Tater, and that's what happened. And Gage down on strikes. So he'll have to wait another plate appearance for his first Tater. And back to the top of the order, and Ian Happ.
You know, the burden falls always to that guy in this sequence. The one out at bat, right? Ground ball might get the run home, fly ball. Punch out, obviously, not going to play. But Happ with an opportunity to pick him up here.
Now one inside to Ian. We're at the bottom of the 6th. Cubs 3, Rangers nothing. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Line drive, base hit left field. That'll score 2. Amaya in, PCA on his heels. Ian Happ knocks in 2, and all of a sudden the lead is 5.
The way to pick up your teammate. Ian Happ, who played in his 1,000th game on Saturday, delivers 2 big runs here in the bottom half of the 6th. Insurance runs are brought to you by Gallagher, helping you face your future with confidence.
Well located, got enough of it. Happ on the go, throw down to second, and Ian is in.
He was going to go in standing up there for a minute. I mean, they are taking all kinds of liberties here tonight. What's that, the 5th stolen base?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, there's Speedy Gonzalez. I remember him.
Sure.
No Ricochet Rabbit, but still solid. Bing, bing, bing. Got big feet for a little mouse.
Cubs now tied for the major league lead with 21 stolen bases. 21 bags, a season high, 5 of them here tonight. Line drive, base hit right field. Happ around third, on his way to the plate. Here's the throw, offline. Tucker down to second. Kyle an RBI single, and it's 6-0. You talk about getting contributions from everywhere in this lineup.
The second hit of the night for Kyle Tucker. Last time he just missed a home run, and again out in front a little bit of that off-speed pitch, but the hands through the zone, able to slow down the swing a little bit. And just a tremendously gifted hitter.
By the way, I loved Alex Cohen. All hail King Tuck. That made me giggle. That was good. Tucker at second, and the Cubs lead 6-0. And a pitch in for a strike.
Probably not.
Garabito.
This is really impressive what the Cubs are doing here. This is not a fun night to hit. The quality of the at-bats have been outstanding.
Into center field, Pilar charging. He'll play it on a bounce. RBI single, Seiya Suzuki. It's 7-0.
Not a bad pitch at all. It's moving away from Seiya, gets him down at the end of the bat. Just keep the line moving. 5th hit of the inning, all singles.
Next pitch upstairs. And Bush takes low. Yeah, Justin Steele got to be pleased with the run support. I think even more so with how he's pitched. And now a 2-2. Inside. Suzuki on the move to the right side, and Simeon handles. Bush retired, but the Cubs come up with 4 runs. Happ delivers in a big spot. Kyle Tucker and then Seiya Suzuki. It is 7-0. Game summary brought to you by Wintrust. 7-0 Cubs. Steal 6 shutout innings. And the Cubs with 5 stolen bases. That's a season high. And they have scored 7 or more runs for the 7th time this season already. Now Justin Steele getting the run support as he deals with Kevin Pillar. Craig Counsell chomping away on that gum. And a breaking ball in for a strike. 1-2 on Pillar. Look out. Did that just get the manager?
So if he did, it doesn't seem that he's too worked up about it.
Check swing, and he went, struck him out. And Pillar is down on strikes. That's 7 strikeouts for Justin Steele.
Yeah, both of his main offerings have been very effective. The high fastball and then that slider sometimes turns into a curveball. Put a little more bend in it, if you will.
I will. There's Jake Burger now.
There's a curveball. Just trying to land that 0-0 curveball. Just didn't finish it.
Cubs 7 runs on 9 hits. Burger fouls one away.
Now that's the thing, right? You could say, well, you know, Justin's having a good game, but it's a tough night to hit. It's cold, it's windy, blah, blah, blah. But you look on the other side, the Cubs have put 7 runs on the board. You got 9 hits. So I think it's more about what Justin Steele's doing than the elements.
On the ground, that's the third. Workman takes it in and throws him out. He's a good-looking defender, man.
Yeah, he is. And it's time now for the Allstate Good Hands replay. Good hands show up in a lot of different ways. And here's PCA with some handiwork with some of the fans. High fives from PCA after he scores the run. A man of the people.
Yes, he is. Big swing and a miss as Josh Smith comes up empty. And that's in there for a strike.
Justin at 87 pitches now. So this probably will be his last inning, but certainly looks like he could go the distance here tonight.
87 pitches, 62 for strikes. Just off the outside edge. Yeah, that one fouled back. They'll do it again. Yeah, Justin Steele, I think you're probably right. I'm guessing this.
Yeah, it's a 7-0 ball game.
Yeah.
And 90 pitches.
Colin Ray up and loosening in the pen. The 2-2. Right there. Got him. Justin Steele with strikeout number 8. 7 shutout. And the Cubs leading it by that number, 7-0. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Tonight's guest conductors for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. DePaul University men's basketball players NJ Benson, CJ Gunn, and Layden Blocker.
All right, Cubs fans. I know it's cold outside, but let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the Cubbies. And they know it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And Wrigley Field.
On a line, but right at the left fielder, and Dansby Swanson is out number 1. Nathan Eovaldi, the starter, went 4 2/3 tonight. He allowed 3 runs on 4 hits. He walked a couple, struck out 5. It's been Garabito since. Here's Amaya. Singleton scored last time. Sac fly his first time up.
Jamie,
Hey,
what do
here's
you
a
do
fun
with
fact.
what do you do with this note?
Just have fun with it. Or either that or you call your AD and say, schedule the Rangers on Monday, please.
That one, and off the glove of Ornelas, and it trickles out into shallow left field.
It's going to be a base hit. Probably should have been made, though. New guy in the game. Cold night. Ball finds you. See the changes. The middle infield has been a line change in the middle. Ornelas and Duran for Seager and Simeon.
Don't you have to practice harder maybe on Mondays? If you have an off day, maybe you practice on that day or something?
Bring in a hypnotist.
Yeah.
Something.
Line drive, left field, falling. And Langford makes the catch.
Looked promising for a while, but Langford able to close in a hurry. The sliding catch, reminiscent of Ian Happ out there. We've seen Ian make that play many times.
And now it's John Birdie. Smith gets it to Duran, and that is the inning. We'll head to the 8th here at Wrigley. It's 7-0.
This quality start is brought to you by National Car Rental. Control, confidence, and boy, outstanding work from Justin Steele tonight. 7 innings shutout. He allowed just 3 hits, all singles. Struck out 8, just a couple of walks. Complete command of this game right from the get-go. Here he is. The son of the South from Lucedale, Mississippi, not bothered in the least by the cold weather here. Colin Ray on for the 3rd time. He worked twice on the road trip, once in Arizona and once in Sacramento against the A's.
To the right side where Birdie collects and throws out Heim. 1 up, 1 down.
Colin actually was credited with a save. He pitched the final 3 innings of that blowout game against the A's, the 18-3 win, but he went 3 and qualified him for the save.
Kyle Higashioka now 2 for 2. And here comes. And that is in for a strike.
Speaking of saves, today is the anniversary of the first save ever recorded in Major League Baseball. Remember Bill Singer of the Dodgers?
I do.
Pitched in relief of Don Drysdale, 1969, and recorded the save.
He's a longtime Marlin scout.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think I knew that he got the first big league save.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But longtime Chicago sports writer Jerome Holtzman
Invented it.
Yeah, basically, it's his kind of thing, right? The save rule kind of codified it. push for it.
Two and two. Left field, Happ backtracking, makes the catch. And Higashioka retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, Upper Deck Golf returns to Wrigley Field for 2 days only, Friday, April 11th and Saturday, April 12th. Swing away at 9 locations throughout the ballpark. Book your tee time at upperdeckgolfing.com/Wrigley Field.
JD, you know what April 11th is, right?
It's a Boog's birthday. It's also the birthday of the Rangers sideline reporter.
That's right.
Learned that today.
Right field, and Tucker hauls it in.
Kind of a small ball that was going to get done for the Cubs. Michael Busch leadoff double. Dansby pushes him along with a bunt. Amaya delivers a sac fly. In comes Michael Busch with run number 1. John Birdie reaches. He's going to steal second base. And he wants more. He swipes third, even with a left-handed hitter in the box. Ground ball. Is that good enough to get the job done? Indeed it is, as Birdie streaks home. So Cubs doing a real nice job executing the fundamentals early in this game to get out to that 3-0 lead.
Now Workman coming up empty. Had a tough night for Gage at the plate, but it's been all Cubs. Two and one. Let's see what he gets here. The pitch outside. Well, let's sit on the heater right here.
Yeah, I would think he'd get one here.
Now the 3-1. Too high, ball 4, and Workman is on base. All right, so JD.
Yes.
That young woman right there in the cream-colored cap with the coffee.
Yeah.
So that's Laura Stickles.
Yeah.
She's the Rangers reporter. Her birthday's Friday.
So she shares your birthday.
That's right. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
What are you? What's that zodiac sign?
We're Aries.
Aries?
Yeah. I think somebody just alerted her that she's now on the Cubs broadcast. Yeah, we're Aries. What are you?
And Cancer. Crab.
Yeah, you are.
You don't want me in your clubhouse.
Crab.
Guy's a Cancer.
He's a Cancer. He's a Cancer and he's crabby. Yeah, it's a big day. I'll turn 80 on Friday. We'll be in LA. There's a strike to Happ. Here's a 1-2 on the ground to the right side. Duran or Nelas on to first and a double play. 4-6-3.
Dodgers got beat today, Boog, by the Washington Nationals 6-4.
Did Mackenzie Gore pitch?
Mackenzie Gore did pitch and beat Dustin May, and Finnegan got the save. Gore had like 14 punch outs in his first start of the year. Something like that. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 6-2. They just signed Vlad Guerrero Jr. to a $500 million contract.
Literally.
Huh?
Literally.
Yeah, but
That's
14
right.
years.
Yes. $500 million.
$500 million.
$500 million.
It's like Dr. Evil. $1 billion.
We're going to have you work on your Dr. Evil.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a strong effort.
No. You didn't commit to it.
No, I did not.
Swing and a miss from Tucker. On the ground, but foul.
You know, he gets his A swing off a lot. Not caught in between very often.
JD, we found the fan of the game, by the way.
I think they all should be fans of the game.
I agree. Tucker check swing, and he went too far.
There can only be one.
We'll head to the ninth. It's our fan of the game, brought to you by Mike's Hard Lemonade. For the love of lemonade. Back here at Wrigley. Love that shot, Foxy. Seven nothing. And Colin Ray delivers the strike. Oh, sometimes the inside jokes are the best jokes. Oh, and 2 now. It'll be Jameson Taillon and Patrick Corbin tomorrow night. Same start time.
Cubs will miss Jacob deGrom in this series. They missed the top 2 starters in the Padre rotation over the weekend.
And that's a good example, one of those subtle things where, look, you and I both like information, and all you can do when people ask you, what do you think is going to happen? All you can do is do it on paper. But, so it's not like schedule based on last year's record is meaningless, but it's also who pitches. How are they playing? Swing and a miss there from Ornelas.
Yeah, I think when you talk about catching a team at the right time, it can be of a couple different things. One, they're banged up, they're scuffling, and also who's pitching. I mean, pitching is such a big part of this game, and if you catch a break and you miss a couple frontline starters in a series, that's a nice advantage.
1 away, and Ray delivers a strike.
That's why it's important to have depth in your rotation. If your 4th and 5th guys are pretty solid, that can be a big difference maker.
Now, Colin Ray has come in and filled up the strike zone. And this is a guy that will be used in multiple roles. Definitely will make some starts this year. Out to right center. The call and the catch from Pete Crow Armstrong, and the Cubs an out away. Toast of the game brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Yeah, Justin Steele outstanding here tonight with 7 scoreless innings. He allowed just 3 singles, couple of walks, had the strikeout pitch working, had the Rangers chasing that high heater and the down and away slider, and pretty much all night long. Nice job, Lefty.
If you can't find it at Binny's.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
It's probably not worth drinking.
If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And take away my tagline.
So, I'm a bit of a ball hog at times.
You thought I was going to forget to do the tagline.
I did.
And there was a little bit of a pause there.
Yeah.
Happens sometimes.
You know what I'm glad about tonight is that we have our paperweights.
Yeah, they came in handy.
Yeah.
They're really Spoods and JD's. It's a brick, Wrigley Field brick.
That's right. That's in for a strike. 2-2 with 2 outs here in the ninth. 7-0 Cubs. Here comes. Popped up, and this should do it. Workman in on the grass. Ball game. Cubs win. Justin Steele outstanding, and the Cubs do a little bit of everything offensively. Sing the song.
Well, you better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go! Go We're singing now, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Baseball time is here again. You can catch it all on WGN. So stamp your feet and clap your hands. Chicago Cubs got the greatest fan. We hear 'em singing out, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Let's go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Nice win against a good team. Cubs use 7 shutout innings from Justin Steele and win it here tonight. For Jim DeShays, Elise Medeker, and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final, the Cubs 7 and the Rangers nothing. Tomorrow it's game 2 against these Rangers. Jameson Taillon and Patrick Corbin, your scheduled starters. Coverage begins at 5:30 Central. Up next, Cubs post-game live. Cole Wright and Ryan Dempster. Guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Boog. Explosive offense and a get-back game for Justin Steele in subarctic temperatures. I know you love it, Demp.
Oh, they were running all over the place out there, and Justin Steele was shutting the door. A great performance on both ends of the ball.
Yeah, it was like a great train robbery with all those swipes on the base pass. We'll tell you all about it in just a second. Cubs post-game live. It's coming to you in just a flash.